Hello and welcome back to Tech. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a mono LDR Theremin with using a 555 timer. Turn on the switch. Let's get started. And these are the items that you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need is a Perfboard, a 9-volt battery clip, a slide switch, an 8-pin IC socket holder, an LDR or photoresistor, a 1 microfarad electrolytic capacitor, a 555 timer, 1K ohm resistor, and a 2-watt 8-ohm speaker. And of course, you're going to need some wires. Now, let's go ahead and assemble this project, and let's get started. First, I'm going to take this 8-pin IC socket holder and place it onto the Perfboard, just like this. Next, I'm going to take this clamp and clamp down the 8-pin IC socket holder, so that way it can be flush with the board. And now, go ahead and solder the first pin. And now take my thumb and remelt the solder and press down on the IC socket holder so that way it can be flush with the board. And there, now it's flush with the board. Next, what I'm going to do is solder the rest of the pins into place. Next, I'm going to take the 1 microfarad electrolytic capacitor and I want to connect the negative to pin 1 and the positive to pin 2. Place it right here, just like this. Bend over the leads. Solder it into place. And solder the negative to pin 1 and solder the positive to pin 2. There we go, solder bridged just like this. Next, I'm going to take this 1K ohm resistor and I want to connect it to pin 7 and 8. Place it right here, just like this. Bend over the leads. Solder it into place and solder bridge it to pin 7 and 8. Cut off the excess. Next, I'm going to take a 9-volt battery clip. And I want to connect the positive to pin 8, the negative to pin 1. Place it right here. Clamp it down. Bend over the lead to pin 8. Solder it into place and solder bridge it to pin 8. Take the negative and repeat the same process onto pin 1. Next, I'm going to take this LDR or photoresistor and I want to connect it on pin 6 and 7. Place it in, but don't push it all the way because I need some of it to extend so that way I can play the instrument. So not like this, and about right here looks good. Bend over the leads so that way I can touch pin 6 and 7. Bend over the LDR and clamp it into place, and now solder bridge it into place. Stand it up and straighten it. Next, I'm going to take the speaker and some extended wire, and I want to remove these old wires and replace them with the longer ones. There we go, and replace it with the new ones. Solder it into place. And there, the speaker has some new wires. And now it's time to attach the speaker to the circuit. Take one of the wires on the speaker since it has no polarity and connect it to pin 1, which is the common ground. Clamp it in place, solder it into place, and solder bridge it to the common ground. And then take the other wire from the speaker and connect it to pin 3. Clamp it down, and solder bridge it to pin 3, just like this. Next, what I need to do is I need to connect pin 4 to 8 and pin 2 to 6. And I'm going to use these wires to connect them. Solder to pin 8, and now solder over to pin 4. And now pin 2. And solder to pin 6. And there we go, it should look just like this. And now take the 555 timer and connect it to the IC socket holder. And there we go, it should look just like this. And there you have it, the circuit is now complete. Now let's go ahead and test it out by taking this 9-volt battery. As soon as I plug it in, it's going to make its noise. This right here is a 3D printed housing, and I'm going to place this circuit inside of it. First, I'm going to take this 3D printed piece, which is designed perfectly for the speaker. Place the speaker inside, just like this. Glue it into place. Spray some activator. Now take the circuit and place it inside, just like this. And now take this housing and glue it to the speaker. And there, those two housings are now connected. Next, I'm going to take this dividing panel, place it inside so it covers the speaker, so that way I can place the battery on top. It is also meant to isolate the sound, so that way the speaker can sound better. Place the battery inside, just like this. And there, it's now divided. Now I'm going to go and cut the positive wire. Remove the insulation of the positive wire and connect it to the slide switch. Placing the wires through the hole, of course, so that way you can be able to place the switch into place. Place it inside, just like this. And now glue it into place. Carefully, not too much, otherwise the switch will be stuck. Spray activator, and there, your switch is now glued into place. Now reconnect the 9-volt battery. Place it inside, and as you can see, it can slide back and forth perfectly. Next, I'm going to take this second divider panel, place it over the 9-volt battery, so that way the battery can be separate from the circuit. And there, it is now separated from the circuit. Next, I'm going to take the final housing and place it over the circuit, and I want to make sure the LDR is placed inside of the tube. The reason for our tube is so that way light can be concentrated directly to the LDR, so that way the instrument can sound a lot better. Put some super glue on the edges. Spray a little activator. And there, it is now glued into place. Next, I'm going to create the battery panel. I'm going to place the super glue onto the panel just like this. glue this piece on here. There we go. And now, glue down the handle. And there we go, should look just like this. And now place the panel inside the housing, just like this. Next, I'm going to take this drill and drill 2 pilot holes into this housing. Doing this will allow me to take this screw and screw it into place. And there we go, screwed into place, and there. It should look just like this. And there you have it. The project is now complete. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, 3D printed housing. I have this part here where I can open and close it by undoing the screws. And you can see there's a little handle right here, so I could be able to pull it out, which will have the battery. I have this switch that's right here to turn it on and off. And this little hole here has the photoresistor inside, or LDR. And the speaker is on the bottom, just like that. Now this musical instrument is very interesting. It's a mono theremin, which means it has only one form of control, but it has a second feature as well. So not only you can wave your hand over it when there's light shining inside, just like this, you can also change the sound by pressing the speaker on a flat surface just like this, or tilting it, which then causes it to make a different sound, like that and like that. Turn on the switch. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own mono LDR theremin with using a 505 timer and a few other simple components. And there you have it. Thank you for watching SciTech Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified for future SciTech Tech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.